Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel, your go to source for all things legal. Whether you have been in an accident or suffered an injury, knowing how much time you have to file a personal injury lawsuit can be a game changer. In today's video, we will be talking about the status of limitation for personal injury case in the United States, how long you have to take legal action, why those limits exist, and what happens if you miss them. So, if you are someone you know has been hurt, stick around. This information could be crucial. Let's dive in. What is the status of limitation? The status of limitation is a legal concept that sets a maximum period for a person to file a lawsuit after an event such as an injury or accident. The purpose is to encourage timely resolution of claiming and to prevent case from being brought based on stale or unreliable evidence. Why it matters? Once the status of limitation expire, you lose your legal right to file a lawsuit. That means no matter how strong your case is, you cannot seek compensation for damage or injuries after this period ends. Second, how long do you have to file a personal injuries lawsuit? Typical time frame is the status of limitation for personal injury case generally range from 1 to 6 years depending on the state and the nature of the case. California, 2 years from the date of injury. New York, 3 years from the date of injury. Texas, 2 years from the date of injuries. Accident type impact. Well, most personal injury cases have a standard time frame. Some cases have unique circumstances that affect the limit. Example, car accident, often 2 to 3 years. Slip and fall accident, generally 2 to 3 years. Medical malpractice can be more complex, usually 2 to 3 years from the date of the injury or from when it was discovered. Fourth is product liability, varies but often 3 to 6 years. Third is a state specific variation. The status of limitation can vary significantly depending on where the accident occurred. For example, while New York has a 3-year status of limitation for personal injury claim, neighboring New Jersey allow only 2 years. Example, if you are injured in a car accident in California, you typically have 2 years from the accident date to file a lawsuit. But if you are injured in a similar accident in Florida, you may only have 4 years to file. And fourth is exception and extensions. If the injured party is a minor under 18, the clock often pauses until they turn 18, giving them more time to file a lawsuit. This can vary by a state. Discover rules. In some cases, like medical malpractice or hidden injuries, example disease caused by exposure to toxic substance, the status of limitation does not start when the injury occurs, but when it discovered. For example, in case of mesothelioma caused by asbestos exposure, the clock starts thinking once the person is diagnosed, not when the exposure happened. Fraud or concealment. If the defendant fraudulently hides the injuries or causes the victim to be unaware of the injuries, the status of limitation may be extended. This ensures the injury party has time to file after the discovery of the wrongdoing. Government entities. If your injuries involve a government entity, federal, state, or local, you may have a much shorter time to file. Often you may be required to file a formal claim within 6 months or 1 year before you can take legal action. Failing to meet this deadline could forfeit your ability to seek compensation. What happens if you miss the deadline? Dismissal of your case. If you miss the status of limitation, your case is generally dismissed by the court. This means you are no longer able to seek financial compensation for your injuries or losses. Second is loss of legal right. In practical terms, this means that any medical bills, lost wage, or pain suffering you have experienced as a result of your injuries would go unpaid. Missing the deadline can have devastating consequences, especially in your injuries were severe. No exception for negligence. Courts usually do not make exception for individuals who miss the deadline due to personal neglect. Therefore, even if you had a good reason for waiting, such as recovering from serious injuries or dealing with trauma, it is unlikely to expected the status of limitation. 6 is, can you file a personal injury lawsuit without an attorney? Technically, yes, you can file a lawsuit on your own, but it is not recommended, especially if the case is complex. Personal injury law can be difficult to navigate, and an experienced attorney can help ensure you meet all the necessary deadline and legal requirement. Benefit of hiring an attorney. Know the time limit. A personal injury lawyer is well versed in the status of limitation and will ensure you don't miss our filing window. Legal expertise. Lawyer can help gather evidence, talk to witnesses, and navigate the often confused legal process. Peace of mind. With an attorney handling your case, you can focus on healing rather than worrying about deadline. Seventh is, when should you file a personal injury lawsuit? Even though you may have several years to file, it's always better to act sooner rather than later. Preserving evidence. Key evidence like video, photos, physical evidence, or eyewitness testimony may disappear over time. Avoid delay. The sooner you file, the sooner the legal process can begin, and the sooner you can reach a settlement or court decision. Medical treatment. If you have suffered injuries, you will need time to recover and assess long-term effect, which may impact the compensation you seek. That's a wrap on your deep dive into a status of limitation for personal injury lawsuit in the US. To recap, the time you have to file varies based on where you are in the type of injuries, but on one thing is clear: timing is critical. So if you have been injured in an accident, don't wait too long to seek help. We hope this video has given you the clarity you need to make informed decision about your case. If you or someone know has suffered an injuries, make sure to consult with a personal injury lawyer to protect your right and ensure you don't miss any important deadline. If you found this video helpful, please give a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel for more legal tips, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a new video. Got any question? Drop them in the comment below. We did love to help. Thanks for watching and take care until next time.